Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. If you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. So thank you very much for your support. Now, yesterday was a big deal. The SEC didn't appeal the ruling against the possibility of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to convert into a spot ETF. So the Grayscale Bitcoin spot ETF is very much back on the table. It will be analyzed. I still think the BlackRock one will get approved first because of the deep connections with the government that BlackRock has, as well as the Federal Reserve. But in any case, I do think, in my view, my personal opinion, for price appreciation, interests is actually a good thing. Now, typically my opinion on this matter gets always very very either not clear or confused or whatever the case may be. So when I look at this, the entrance of institutional money in crypto, I look at it from a short to medium term price appreciation perspective. I'm not here to discuss the philosophy behind it, if it's good for the long term from a ideal perspective kind of way. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, will this be positive for huge price appreciation that can lead to my financial independence? Yes or no? And here we need to discuss a couple of things which I believe are very important. We have, do you know what are the three most powerful companies on the planet? It's not Google, it's not Apple, it's not Microsoft. There are three: BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard. Now, check how many assets under management they have, and they are typically the largest shareholders of the most profitable companies, particularly in the S&P 500. I think they own something like 88% or so. But then if you look at the amount of real estate that they also own, particularly BlackRock, on that matter, you'll quickly understand that those three companies are the most important and the richest companies on the planet. Now, not everything is on balance sheet, so you actually need to go through the notes of the annual reports to really understand and to actually go to the companies themselves to see how much percentage do these guys really own. Now, my feeling around this is this. Crypto and Bitcoin, in particular, have proven now, I think, with the exception of crazy people like Peter Schiff, it has proven not to be a scam. It has been around since 2009, and it's also not those typical irrational bubbles that form and go away. Why? People like Peter Schiff always like to point out the tulip mania. So in case people don't know what it was, in the Netherlands in the 16 or 1700s, tulip bulbs was one of the few things you can actually trade on exchange. So what happened was the price of tulips went something like this. So people bought because it was keeping going up. So people bought, so it kept going up until it collapsed, as it should, right? So it went something like this: peep, huge peak, down, forever down, disappeared. Beanie Babies, same story. A lot of the tech stocks in the tech bubble, same story. What does Bitcoin do? Goes up a lot, crashes a lot, but then makes new all-time highs. Then crashes and then makes new all-time highs, and then crashes. Now, this pattern does not mimic any of the previous bubbles that we've been seeing in history. This is the problem with Peter Schiff, is that he fails to recognize, he forgets that Bitcoin crashed 94% from $30 to $2. It doesn't matter when you end up going to $69,000. See my point? But in any case, I think most people, most intelligent people, have now realized that crypto is here to stay, blockchain technology is here to stay, and most likely Bitcoin is here to stay. So what is the approach of companies like BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, and all of this? Is we don't mind, we see that this is developing around here. So we want to make sure that we make the most money when these things go up, and we lose the least money when these things also go down. So the thing is, they are coming here to make a lot of money. Make no mistake about it. They are not here to be nice to the crypto community. They are not here to completely destroy it like people think. They are here to make more money than almost everybody else, and to lose less money than everybody else. Now, what tends to happen is this. Ever since they've gained all this power and wealth, has it been good for stocks or bad? I would say if you own stocks over the last 10, 15 years, it was very good for you. If you own real estate over the last 10, 15 years, it was very good to you. So I have the reason to suspect. Now, I'm not here to make moral judgments. I'm not talking about, but these guys are embedded with the Federal Reserve and these guys are striking deals on the... I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying, looking at the price of the markets that are involved, has their presence caused price up or price down over time? Not talking about, but the last 6 months it went... No, I'm not talking about 6 months. Talking about, stretch it out. 2018 was a substantial correction. 2020 was a substantial correction. 2022 was another substantial correction. Overall, over time, is these things that they own going up or down? Up. They are going up. So I am convinced, and because crypto is much smaller than the other ones, it's easier to push up. So I'm convinced that if these institutions enter in full force, and by the way, if they bring securities, if they bring stocks into our ecosystem, and they bring issuance of bonds into our ecosystem, I think it has the potential for a huge super cycle. And I'm afraid to say, in that scenario, most of the gains will probably be in this cycle. Now, what I'm trying to do here is to assess the dimension of these things and the probability of these things. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to benefit from whatever is thrown in my face. That is my approach. Now, we can spend here 10 hours discussing the philosophy of the entrance of these players. These people are going to come in. That's it. So what I'm trying to do is to position myself in the best way that I think makes sense in order to achieve my goal of financial independence. I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm not telling you to take this as financial advice. I'm telling you my journey and my way of thinking, because sometimes people conflate this. Are you saying that you love BlackRock? No, I'm not here talking about emotional attachment to this. I have no emotional attachment to any of this. I'm just looking at the markets that are involved in, their presence over the years, and the result that it had in those markets. And what I think, my personal opinion, that they want with the crypto markets, they want to destroy it. Why would they spend a lot of money to destroy something? If they can make more money? It makes no sense. It's much easier to just... It's like, oh my God, they're going to take over the stock market, so they can destroy it. Why? If they can make more money. You see the point? I mean, in my opinion, it's very clear, but people get this. I don't know. Now, will the market become much more manipulated? Yes. Yes, it will. Once again, I'm more in the business of, okay, how can I benefit from knowing that, rather than, oh my God, it's gonna be manipulated. This is it. This is the end. The world is finished. I mean, I'm not in the. What does this help me? It doesn't. It's so simple. Once again, not financial advice. I'm just showcasing my thought process here. So thank you very much, guys, for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one.